Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Boom. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bears the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Finds a spot in the middle. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Fires to the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them is just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He'll throw on third down. He wants it all. Trying to find the end zone. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball run.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Working that left side now. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So first down here as they go back to work. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Knight. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They booted away on 4th down. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able...
Turning it on! He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Gators! He got a step and just dusted the field. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The pitch to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
On to kick it away.
And he's still running after the move. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Florida offense will take over 1st and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Gators are on the move. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. The run from the shotgun. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. New set of downs after the completion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Wants to go up top. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. On the shuffle. And they swarm him under. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. And the Gators will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the returner will be knocked down.
31. And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over. First and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Try to get it to the edge. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Looking for a man. It's Knight. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Looking deep. Snatches it on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Number 16, set to kick it away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
14.
The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
We'll take over. First and 10.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Knight. He fires to the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Oh, man. Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. Smashes through the tackle. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Scrambling away. Gets rid of it. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. Third in California.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Back to pass, it's Knight. Finds his back in the middle. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on first down. Still looking, on the move. Looking for room at the 30. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Florida, 24. Alabama, 17.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Now the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the left. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Brings up second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Fires left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Wants to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's going for it all. Makes the grab down the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
To the air on first down. Skips away from pressure. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Power football with the run. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's hooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run the toss. Oh, he's got a chance. Picks up the first down, still moving. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
Bring in the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
I love players that step up in big situations, in big moments of big games like that, late in this game on third down, and just get the job done. That defender, an outstanding job. Outstanding work right there on that pass rush.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
He's got him.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air. It's Knight. It's complete on the right side. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. Looking downfield on first down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Hey, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great.
Touchdown time! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
It's incomplete, and the try for two and the attempt to take the lead does not work in the final seconds. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Only 14 seconds to play. The hands team on the field, and it'll come down to this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the... And he's going to take it all the way back, and it's fun to watch him run, but there's laundry on the field, and I believe this one's coming back. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Breaks into the open. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.